I'm Cesar Sandoval, and I am the technical support team lead here at ServiceNow. And today we're going to go through a troubleshooting exercise of inbound email. So let's go ahead and send an email to my instance. So the first thing that I want to check is if the email arrives successfully. So all email arrives into the system mailboxes inbox area first. So a very healthy system will show an empty inbox. That means that messages live in this queue for no more than 2 minutes at an average. This is perfectly fine to have an empty mailbox. As soon as the scheduled job that goes and queues the mail server for new mail retrieves that mail, it will arrive into my inbox. So at this point, I see that there is no issue in the instance receiving the mail. It arrived successfully. A sys email record was created. That sys underscore email record was created. And if I refresh this one more time, I can see that eventually it will go away. That's perfectly fine. Inbox is simply a temporary area for mail. Once it's processed, it moves into the received area. Again, system mailbox is received, and this is where email stays forever or until it gets cleaned up. So there's my message. I'm having issues with my printer. I'll go ahead and click on that. And as you remember, step 4 is an action actually happens. So here are all my inbound email actions, and I can see that one was actually executed. That's the create incident. I'll go ahead and copy and paste that so I can see the incident that was created from that email. There's my subject, and the body of the email becomes my first comment on the incident. So let's say you suspect that the email is not being it's not arriving at the instance. So the first thing you want to do is go to schedule jobs and check for that scheduled job that actually runs every 2 minutes on out of the box instances. That can obviously be configured. So the scheduled job is pop reader, and you want to take note of the next action. This should always be within 2 minutes. Again, if you check here at the bottom, this is configured to run every 2 minutes. So this will let you know if the scheduled job is actually running. If it's not running, then the email is just being queued up at the mail server. At that point, if the mail is being hosted by ServiceNow, I will suggest you create an incident, or if it's hosted by your own corporation, I'll say you go ahead and contact your mail administrator. So if you happen to see the state at an error state, usually setting this to ready and saving the record will bring it back up. If this is set to queued or running for quite some time, I would leave it 5 or 10 minutes. I would say that's still normal. That means that there's probably an onslaught of email, probably one email that's particularly long. I will leave it at 5 or 10 minutes. That's fine. Anything more than that, you can, again, always set it back to ready and save it. If this is your production instance and you want to find out what happened that made this set to error or queued and running for a long time, I would suggest you open an incident and we can investigate that for you. Okay, let's say that the email message actually arrived at the instance successfully, but your action never took place. Again, that action was probably create an incident. So at that point, the message shows up on your received box, but the incident was never created. At that point, you want to open the message record and go to your inbound email actions. At that point, you look for the notification that you expected to be inbound email action that you expected to execute. In this point, let's say it was create incident. Let's say it did not run. So at that point, you go into your inbound actions. You look for that inbound email action, create incident. And here, you will have to compare the incoming message with the condition and the script, because this tells the instance whether or not to perform the action. So it was probably skipped on purpose. And at that point, you may want to debug the script or pay close attention to the condition. You may also want to take a look and pay attention to new reply forward. There's a lot of inbound email actions that will only execute on forward. In my case, I expected this to execute only on new email messages. So that concludes the troubleshooting steps for incoming email. And if you have any questions, you can always go to our community, to our wiki, or you can always call us or create an incident, and we'll go ahead and answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.